So here we have the Ford Kuga 1.5 EcoBoost ST line on an 18 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. From the outside, you can see that it's a 5-door car with alloy wheels and tinted windows. Let's start off inside the boot and then work our way around the rest of the car from there. So the tailgate on this car will open electronically. There are 3 ways of doing that. You can either press the button on the tailgate itself, you can double tap the button at the bottom of this key, and you can wave your foot underneath that rear bumper for what's called gesture tailgate opening. And there's a video showing that working on our Facebook page. We're going to use the key, give that 2 quick pushes, and that will open up for you. As we approach the back of the car, you'll notice we have reversing sensors. This car's also got a reversing camera, plenty of boot space as well, along with that 60/40 split folding rear seat. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back round to the front of the car now, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. And now that we've done a full circle of it, you can see it's a great looking car and in wonderful condition the whole way round as well. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. You get half leather seats with the red stitching that matches the stitching on the steering wheel and the gear lever gaiter. There's plenty to run through by way of controls in this car, so let's hop in and we'll do that right now. Okay, so now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. On the left hand side with the rev counter, and on the right hand side the speedometer. At the bottom in the middle we've got the fuel gauge and coolant temperature gauge, and then above that you can see the total miles on this car, which are 8,705. To the right hand side of that, it will show you what gear this car is currently in. And then the information displayed at the very top can be changed using buttons on the steering wheel for various different bits of fuel economy information, or the digital readout for the speedometer, which you see being displayed now. If we back out to the steering wheel, on the left hand side are the buttons I was using just a moment ago, underneath which we've got cruise control and speed limiter. And then over on the right hand side we have stereo controls as well as voice activation for the phone. So hit that button in the middle there, ask it to dial anyone in your contacts list, and it can do that for you without you having to take your phone from your bag or pocket. That is, of course, once you've paired up your phone, which you do just here.
Search for your vehicle on your device and select it once it is found.
Just follow those instructions on screen. It's very, very easy to do. In terms of music in this car, there's plenty of ways of listening to it. We have AM, FM and DAB radio, as you can see, CD player and Bluetooth audio as well. If we go back a page, and I'm sure you noticed it on the screen a second ago, but we have satellite navigation as well. There's a full video showing how this works on our website and on our Facebook page, which is well worth checking out. And finally, on that screen, we have that full color reversing camera that I mentioned when we were at the back of the car. Full color, and with guidelines showing you where the car is headed in relation to the image that you see behind you. And of course, you can see the rear bumper just there. So it does make this car very, very easy to park. Working our way down from that, we have the volume for the stereo, and then if I move the gear lever out of the way, the dual zone climate control. So if we turn that on, we can adjust the temperature on the passenger side and the driver side. We can determine where within the car we'd like the air to blow, then hit that button to turn the air conditioning on, or hit auto, and the car will maintain those temperatures by taking control of the fan speed itself, which you can hear it doing now. You can override that at any point in time you wish to go back to the manual air conditioning. We've also got a proper heated front screen as well as the heated rear screen, and for those cold winter days, heated driver and passenger seats, both with 3 different heat settings each. At the bottom here we've got various buttons, starting with that kind of winter theme that we're on at the moment. We have a heated steering wheel, which is really good. This turns off the stop and start. So this car's designed to cut out when you're stationary in traffic to save you fuel. That button turns that system off. We can open the tailgate by pressing that button. So another 4th way, if you like, of opening the tailgate on this car. This one turns on or off the parking sensors, and this is the autonomous parking. So there's a full video showing this working on our website, but this car has got the ability to park itself, either parallel park or perpendicular park, by taking control of the steering for you. There's a full video, as I say, showing this working on both our Facebook page and on our website, which is well worth checking out. And finally, we have the fully automatic gearbox, a 12-volt charging socket, and the electronic handbrake. And then inside the central armrest, we have 2 USB inputs as well. So the last thing I wanted to mention is the panoramic glass sunroof on this car. So you can see the sun blind is closed at the moment. There's a button up here. One push will take it about kind of a third of the way back. The second push will open it all the way to the back there. So that on its own lets in a huge amount of light to the cabin, gives it a much kind of bigger feel in here. But you can also slide open that front section of the sunroof as well. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to call any of our MJA sites. We'd love to hear from you soon.